Hello, in this video we'll try to learn the applied problem for linear equation in one variable. So let us look at our first problem. So it says the length of a rectangular soccer field. So remember the keyword rectangular soccer field is 30 yards less than twice its width. Find the dimension of the field assuming that its perimeter is 360 yards. So perimeter is 360 yards. So now let us try to draw a soccer field. It says rectangular soccer field. So let's say approximately this is my rectangular soccer field. Now what is saying? It says the length of this soccer field is what? 30 yards less than twice its width. Alright, so let's apply some variable. So let's say the width of this soccer field is x. Okay, so this is my width of the field. So what is going to be the length? So the length, it says the length of the soccer field is equal to what? 30 yards less. So 30 yards less than what? Then twice the width. So if width is x, so twice the width is twice x, 2x. So if x is my width, then length would be 30 yards less than twice the width. So now I got width and length. So what is the other thing it says? It says the perimeter is 360 yards. So now, so if as this is rectangle, so if this is x, then this is x. If this is 2x minus 30, then this length is also 2x minus 30. Okay, now let us try to find the perimeter of this field. Okay, so we know by definition what is perimeter. Perimeter actually is what? If you add all the dimension, this length, width, and then this length and this width, that's your perimeter. So if I write it down, the perimeter, so it will be what? First this length 2x minus 30, and then this width plus x, and then this length 2x plus 30, 2x minus 30, and this width x. So this is my perimeter in variable, of course. Now the problem says the perimeter is what? 360 yards. So this is equal to what? 360 yards. So now let's do some number crunching. So I have 2x plus x plus 2x plus x. So in total I have 6x. Now here I have negative 30, here I have another negative 30, so it will be negative 60 is going to be equal to 360. So I can write 6x equals 360 plus 60, which is 420. Now what can I write? I can write that x equals 420 over 6, which is 70. So what is x? We know x is actually the width. So the width of the field is 70 yards. So that's what we already find. Now let us try to find the length. So we know that what is length? Length is equal to 2x minus 30. So let's put it 2 multiplied by x. X is 70 here and minus 30. If you crunch the number, it will be 110 yard. So length of the field is 110 yard and width of the field is 70 yards. So that is the dimension of the field. So this is our first application problem. So now we are going to try to look at our second problem. So let's see what it says. It says John invests 15,000. Okay, so that's his total investment. So what he invests? Some in stocks and the rest in bonds. Okay, so let's write down what John is investing. So John have total what? $15,000. Now he invested some in what? Some in stocks and the rest in bonds. Alright, so what is the correlation? It says if John invests twice as much in stocks as he does in bond, so what it says, it says that he invests twice as much in stocks compared to bonds. So if I assume that John invested X dollar in bond, then how much money he invested in stocks? So it says that in the stocks he invested twice as much. So twice of X means what? 2X. So if his stocks in 2X and bond in X, so what will be his total investment? His total investment will be 2X plus X. Now we know that his total investment is $15,000. So 2X plus X is what? 15,000. So I can write 3X equal to 15,000. So X equals 5,000. Now we know what is X. X is the amount of money he invested in bonds. So it will be what? Equal to $5,000. Now how much he is going to invest in stocks? 2X. So 2 multiplied by 5,000. So total he invested in stocks $10,000. Okay, so in stock he invested 10,000, in bonds he invested $5,000. So that's John's investment. Okay, now let us try some more application problems. So in this problem we are going to try to work with simple interest. Okay, so let us see how we define simple interest. So let me pose a problem for you guys. Let's say you are going to buy a car. Okay, and you do not have cash money, so you are going to take a loan. Okay, either a bank is going to give you a loan or a the car financial institution is going to give you a loan. So let's say you want to take $10,000 loan to buy the car. So here $10,000 is going to be our principal. So this is called principal, and principal is represented using a symbol P. So P here is $10,000. Okay, let's say the annual interest rate is 10%. Okay, so annual interest rate now annual interest rate is represented using a symbol R. R here is 10%. Now in mathematics we must need to express interest rate as a decimal. So we are going to express it in decimal. So R is going to be 0.10. So that is my interest rate. Let's say you must need to pay off your everything within 5 years. So here the amount of time we are representing using a symbol T. So T will be 5 years for this case. Okay, so now let us see what is going to be the amount of interest, only interest. I'm not talking about the principal, only the interest you have to pay in 5 years. So interest we represent using a interest we represent using a symbol I. So interest is going to be PRT. So let us see here. P is $10,000. That's the principal we borrowed, and R is 0.10 and T is 5 year. Okay, so if I punch calculator, so 10,000.10 multiplied by 5 is $5,000. So interest is $5,000. So that means what? So in 5 years he is paying $5,000 only interest. Okay, now what is going to be the total amount he have to pay? So total amount is if we represent using a symbol A, it will be principal plus the interest rate. So what is the principal here in this case? $10,000, and interest is 5,000. So total he have to pay back $15,000. So this is the total amount he have to pay back. Now as you can see, even though you borrowed only $10,000 to buy your car, at the end you are paying back $15,000. So you can see the danger of borrowing money from a bank or any financial institution, because you are paying a lots of money more than your principal. So that is actually simple interest. So now we are going to solve another problem, another application problem related to interest. So here we have a person, Bob, invest a total of $10,000, okay, in blue chip and in technology stocks. So let's write it down, so that we have no confusion. So Bob have a total money $10,000, okay, and he invest what? Some in blue chip. So I just write only blue, okay, and the rest in technology stock. So I'm going to write only tech here, okay, so it just represent tech stock. So at the end of a year, so at the end of a year means what? That T is 1 year, okay, so T is 1 year. So that we got it. The blue chip return 12% and the technology stocks return 8% on the original investment. So that means what? That the blue chip is paying back 12% interest rate. Okay, so what is R here for the blue chip? 12%. Okay, and for the technology stock, what the interest rate is? 8%. So R is 8%. Okay, how much was invested in each type of stock if the total interest earned is $1,060? Okay, so now we do not know how much he invested in blue chip and how much he invested in tech. So let's say that in blue chip he invested X dollars. So that means principal for blue chip is what? X. And what is the going to be principal for tech? It will be 10,000 minus X. So P for tech is going to be 10,000 minus X dollar. Okay, now what is R for blue chip? 12%. So it will be 0.12. Remember, we must need to express in decimal. And what is R for technology stock? 0.8. So it will be 0.08. 8% means 0.08. Now what is the amount of interest he is receiving in blue chip? So interest he received from blue chip is going to be what? PRT. So what is P here? P is X. And what is R? 0.12. And T is 1 year. So T is 1 year. So if I write it down, it will be 0.12x. Now what about tech? So for interest received in tech stock, is going to be again PRT. So what is P here? P is 10,000 minus X. R is 0.08 multiplied by, T is 1. Okay, so if I, little bit, so 10,000 multiplied by 0.08, so 10,000 multiplied by 0.08 is going to be 800. So it will be 800 here minus negative X multiplied by 0.08, so it will be 0.08x. So this is the interest received from Tech, and this is the interest received from Blue Chip. Now, so what is the total interest received? So let me use another color here. So total interest is going to be what? Equal to, so I Blue plus I Tech is going to be equal to, so I Blue is what? 0.12x plus I Tech is 800 minus 0.08x. Now we know that what is the total amount of interest earned? It was $1,060. So it is going to be equal to 1,060. So now let's try to solve this problem. So what we got is 0.12x minus 0.8x. So it is going to be 0.04x is going to be 10,060 minus 800. So 10,060 minus 800 is going to be equal to 260. So it will be 260 is going to be 0.04x. So what is going to be x? 260 over 0.04, which is going to be equal to 6,500. So x is 6,500. So what does x mean? X mean the amount of money he invested in Blue Chip is what? $6,500. And what is the amount of money he invested in stocks? 10,000 minus x. So 10,000 minus x is 6,500. So he invested total is $3,500 in Tech company and $6,500 in Blue Chip company. So these are the few application problem we solved. So that will be the end of section 1.1. So I'll see you in next video for section 1.2.